Wow, it's so great to be here, truly. First of all, good morning, graduates. Give yourself some applause. Let's go. Let's go. I want to thank you, Dean DeCristina, for the honor of speaking to the class of 2023. I'm moved by the opportunity. I also want to thank two of my closest friends, both from my comm era, ESPN investigative reporter Mike Fletcher and attorney and entrepreneur Larry Raoul James, for traveling here from Baltimore and New York to be with me and all of you today. I also want to shout out my wife, Donna Britt, who didn't graduate from comm, but somehow managed to become a brilliant writer anyway. I thank her for enriching my life. Today, I could talk to you about the state of journalism, because there's a lot to say about that, but guess what, I'm not. Today, I want to talk to you, graduates, about what I believe is one of the hardest things to summon and maintain as you chase your career dreams, no matter which field you enter, and that is courage. And I know we've come to associate courage with heroic acts, and there's plenty of heroism to inspire us. Like the 26-year-old Brandon Tsai disarming a gunman who had killed 11 people in a dance ballroom in Monterey Park, California, not far from where I live. That was America's first suburban Chinatown. We have courageous firefighters and courageous soldiers. There's courage in battling a debilitating disease, and courage in many single moms who find a way when there's no way to provide for their children. But the courage I'm talking about today is the courage to be who you really are as you leave this august university for the world beyond. The courage to not reduce yourself, to not limit yourself, to advocate for what's right, to be your own brand of original. Propose an unconventional idea like Ada Singh did at the LA Times, one of our staffers. What if we created the ultimate guide to karaoke, she said, and then she went out and did that. Speak up in a meeting when others are afraid. Represent the identity that is authentically yours. This kind of bravery is not always easy. It's easier and understandable to sit in the quiet corner of the room and just be. To follow the pack where it goes, to be guided by the wind. But you graduated from the badass Boston University College of Communication. That's not what you do. And we're living in the most exhilarating, innovative, albeit challenging, time in modern history. Whether you majored in journalism, advertising, film and television, media science, public relations, it's your time. Your time. Time to let your light shine. Go pioneer the best, most responsible usages of generative AI. Don't be afraid. Create that groundbreaking dating app. Shock the world and make a movie everyone wants to see. Shock yourself by moving out of your comfort zone to achieve even more than you can dream. Shake up the advertising industry. If you do that, that'll help me. Or come help me reinvent the American newspaper at the LA Times. Be really brave. And while you're discovering your inner bravery, don't forget to be a good person in the world. That's more important than achievement. It will actually fuel achievement. And I know all of you have ambitions. Not saying you shouldn't have goals. Keep those ambitions. But don't let ambition ruin you. Don't get lost climbing rungs on a ladder. Make your friends before you need them. Because someone sitting beside you right now, in 15 years, they're going to be the youngest CEO ever at the Walt Disney Company. Don't look past anyone trying to find the most important someone. Don't make people invisible, because we all want to be seen and deserve to be seen. And if you're looking for a role model, make Santa Claus your role model. He's always cheerful. Kids line up to see him. Parents love him. He gives away gifts. When you get to a place of success in your career, make sure you share the credit. Give the credit away to others, like Santa gives away presents. You do that and people will line up to see you too and follow your leadership anywhere. So I've come to the part of this speech where I want to talk about Trevor Noah. I'm going from Trevor Noah, from Santa Claus to Trevor Noah. So I met Trevor not long ago, not long after I got to LA in the summer of 2021. And he asked me to come on his podcast, which he taped on LA's West Side. And of course I said yes and thought, that's cool. And it was. We talked about everything from the state of journalism. He grilled me, to his growing up in South Africa, to Bill Cosby. He was razor sharp, smart, thoughtful, quick-witted, down to earth, just a regular dude. Just like the guy we all have watched brilliantly host The Daily Show for 7 years. He is truly, in my humble opinion, one of the comedic commentary geniuses. And so I later ran into him at a Vanity Fair Oscar party. And I said, Trevor, what's up? And he was the same regular guy. He said, Kev, how's it going at the LA Times? Or something like that. So time passed, and Trevor bid farewell to The Daily Show this past December, and he thanked his live audience and all who had tuned in over the years. Some of you may have seen it. And then he gave an emotional tribute to Black women, those who helped raise him, and the scholars, authors, and activists who taught him things and inspired him. Who do you think has shaped me, nourished me, informed me, Trevor said. If you truly want to learn about America, talk to Black women. And he got a little teary, and when I watched the clips, I got a little teary myself. Several weeks earlier, we had celebrated my mom's 90th birthday. And she had reluctantly flown out to LA from DC. Kudos to my wise wife for talking her into it. And we had a marvelous family time. The cross-country visit made my mom so happy. It was a reminder to me of just how lucky I am to still have her in my life. My dad, Jesse Merida, who was a Smithsonian geologist, paleontologist, and really an adventurer and somebody, I inhabited his adventurous spirit. He died unexpectedly when I was 18 years old, right before my high school graduation. And as a result, I was just gonna stay home, take care of my mom, go to college in the DC area where I lived. But my mom insisted I come to Boston University to discover all that I could become. Live on Bay State Road, as I did, and walk Comm Avenue in those brutal winters. I know you all have a lot of experience with that. And study journalism at what was then called the School of Public Communication. Now, some of us, including my friends Mike and Raul, who I mentioned earlier, are here. We had the audacity and foolishness, maybe bravery, to launch a student newspaper called Black Folk and spend what seemed like all of our time trying to make a success of it. Probably missed some classes we should have been in, stayed up too late, overslept, but this was a passion of ours. And without my mom, her love, her calm, her encouragement, and her bravery, I wouldn't be here on this stage speaking to you today. So, a shout out to all the moms in the audience, as I know without many of you, these grads wouldn't be in their caps and gowns poised to celebrate. And that's taking nothing away from the dads. So listening to Trevor Noah's tribute to black women, though, just made me reflective about my mom, and who returned to college late in life to get her degree and remarried to a wonderful guy, George Hill. And I thought maybe I can create a tribute to my mother who has meant so much to me. And I talked it over with your dean, and since I'm a journalist, let me break some news of my own here. I'm establishing the Doris Hill Graduate Scholarship Fund at the College of Communication. It's named after my mom, but it also is in honor of all the unheralded, unsung black women, and many others, by the way, who have labored in the shadows, lifting us, making us better human beings. The fund will provide an annual scholarship award to a graduate journalism student with financial need, with a preference for students who have graduated from an historically black college or university, or students from backgrounds historically underrepresented by comm. And by the way, I saw Trevor Noah at this year's Vanity Fair Oscar party, and y'all will probably say, that's all Kev does is go to Oscar parties? And but I did see him, and I told him that what I was going to do and how he had really inspired me to do it, and we both gave each other a hug. Today is a great day for everyone here. Graduates, wrap your arms tight around the people who love you, who traveled far to be here with you, who supported you, who sacrificed a piece of themselves for you to get here this day. Whoever your own Doris Hills are, because we all need someone to believe in us. Tell them you love them, never forget them, honor them, go out into the world and make them proud. And don't forget Santa Claus, still believe. The class of 2023, I thank you, it's been a privilege.